Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about caterpillars and butterflies. Butterflies play an important role in our world. Everyone knows how beautiful butterflies can be, but many people do not realize that they do much more than simply make the world a prettier place. For one thing, butterflies carry pollen from plant to plant. This helps fruit, vegetables, and flowers produce new seeds, which in turn become new plants. Also, butterflies and caterpillars are at the bottom of the food chain. This means that they provide food for many other types of animals. Now I'm going to read you an AR book, Caterpillars and Butterflies. Butterflies are flying insects with beautiful wings. They begin life as caterpillars. This is a peacock butterfly. The spots on its wings looks like the marks on a peacock's tail. Butterflies lay eggs on leaves and twigs. The eggs are sticky, so they do not fall off. Many eggs have a thick, rough covering. A caterpillar is growing inside each of these eggs. They will be ready to hatch in a few days. Butterfly eggs come in 3 different shapes. There are some that are round like pearls, other eggs that are long and thin, and a few that hang like beads on a string. A caterpillar bites a hole in its egg and wiggles out. This cabbage white caterpillar is hatching. You can see other tiny caterpillars still inside their eggs. First, a caterpillar eats its egg. That gives them energy. If it's still hungry, it eats the leaf that the egg was on. Then it moves on to eat more and more leaves on the same plant. Caterpillars have strong jaws. They can munch through a leaf in just seconds. All caterpillars have 16 legs. This is an emperor gum moth caterpillar. The front legs, our 6 legs here, are stiff and pointed for grabbing food. The other legs are fatter, and they have little suckers for clinging onto stalks and twigs. Some caterpillars move along in big loops. The front part of the body stretches out, then it backs part of it up and moves until it meets the front. Birds and insects like to eat caterpillars. Many caterpillars have patterns on their bodies to help them hide. This geometric moth caterpillar looks like a twig. Can you spot it? There it is. Many caterpillars try to look scary to frighten its enemies. The puss-mouth caterpillar rears up to look big and fierce. Squid oil caterpillars eat poisonous plants. This makes a bird not want to eat them. Caterpillars eat all the time. They find plants they like and eat until it's all gone. These caterpillars are called large whites. They only like to eat cabbage leaves. Caterpillars soon grow so fat that their skin is too tight and starts to split. They wriggle out of the old skin, and underneath is a new stretchy skin. This swallowtail caterpillar has a brand new skin. It leaves the old skin behind. Here's the old skin. Most caterpillars change their skin 4 times. And notice each time the pattern is a little different and becomes more interesting. Soon, caterpillars are ready to turn into butterflies. First, the caterpillar finds a safe, sheltered place. It hangs upside down using hooks on its body. Its skin splits and falls off. Underneath is a new skin. The skin gets harder and harder until it's like a case. This hard case is called a pupa. A pupa hangs without moving for weeks, and inside, a butterfly is growing. When butterflies are fully grown, they're ready to break out of their pupa. You can see this butterfly's wings inside the pupa. A butterfly slowly pushes its way outside of the pupa. Then it stops to rest. Its wings are pale, damp, and crumpled up. Butterflies have to let their wings dry out before they can fly. This monarch butterfly must wait a few hours before its wings spread out and get stiffer. Butterflies are always moving around. They never stay still for long. All butterflies have 4 big, wide wings. They flop all 4 wings together. The wings are covered in tiny scales. It would look like this if you saw them under a microscope. What is a moth? A moth looks like a butterfly, but it's not quite the same. This emperor moth has a smaller, narrower wings than a butterfly. And most moths fly at night when there's not so many enemies around. This is a Madagascan moon moth. Moths have fat, furry bodies to keep them warm at night. They also have feathery and feelers, antennas, that helps them sense objects in the dark. Butterflies and moths feed on juices from flowers or fruit. Instead of a mouth, they have a long, thin tube called a proboscis. See, here's its antenna with a little club ending, and this is its tongue, proboscis. They drink through it like a straw. The proboscis is usually curled up. Here you see it curled up. It uncurls when the butterfly drinks. When butterflies are thirsty, they often suck up drops of water from the damp ground. Vanishing act. Lots of animals like to eat butterflies. Some butterflies have patterns that help them hide. Look how this butterfly looks like a leaf. And it helps them to hide from his enemies. This hair-streaked butterfly is easy to see when it flies, but its wings are green underneath, so when it closes its wings, it hides amongst the leaves. This orange-tipped butterfly looks like the flower that it feeds on. It's yellow and white, just like the flower pattern. Some butterflies are poisonous, so they don't need to hide from enemies. Bright markings on this swallowtail butterfly warn animals that it tastes bad. These butterflies both look poisonous to animals, but the one on the left is harmless. It copies the poisonous butterfly's patterns. This moth has a fat body and small wings. Enemies thinks it's a bee and leaves it alone. Big and small. Butterflies and moths come in all shapes and sizes. The atlas moth are the biggest moths in the world. Each of their wings is wider than this book. The smallest butterfly is called a pygmy blue, and this is its real size. Look how small it is. This is a zebra swallowtail butterfly. Many swallowtails have long wings that make them look bigger. This helps protect them from enemies. Birds often snap at the butterfly at his dangling tail. The butterfly has a chance to escape. Losing part of its wing doesn't hurt him a bit. Now we're going to review what we talked about. Here's the butterfly life cycle. It started out as an egg. The next stage is the larva, where it's a caterpillar. After it sheds its skin 4 times, it enters the pupa chrysalis stage. After about 2.5 weeks, it emerges from the pupa, an adult butterfly. Here again is some larger pictures of the eggs. Look how many there are. In the larva stage, where he's eating food. The pupa stage, where he's resting and changing into a butterfly. And the last one, he's an adult butterfly. Let's take a look at the anatomy of the caterpillar. Here's its antennas. The thorax is the main part of the body, his abdomen, legs, and head and mouth. The butterfly anatomy. Here's its antenna. Notice it has a little club at the end of the antenna. Here's his little skinnier proboscis that's curled up, but when it wants to drink, it goes flat like a straw. Here's his head, main part of his body, the thorax, the abdomen, and his wings. Okay, now I want to mention butterflies are symmetrical. Both sides of their wings are the same. So when you look at pictures of the butterfly, the other half of his wing looks just like this side. Take a look. If you divide it in half, both sides of the wings are the same. So when you color your butterfly booklets, I hope you'll try to remember that and copy and make your butterfly look realistic. If one side is orange, the other one will be. One green, you'll choose the other one and the other side green. So everyone, I hope you have fun with your butterfly booklets at home. And enjoy our fun week learning about butterflies.